Imagine a world where the balance of power hangs precariously on the edge of a knife. A world where the aggressive actions of a few nations could potentially tip the scales, plunging us into a conflict that no one desires. This, unfortunately, is not a dystopian fiction, but the reality we live in today. In the international arena, the actions of Russia, Iran, and North Korea have raised eyebrows and concerns. The British Secretary of State for Defence, Grant Shapps, has warned of potential conflict with these nations and others, including China, within the next 5 years. The pressing question then becomes, how do we navigate this minefield? The answer, it seems, lies in the upcoming elections. The political climate of major countries hangs in the balance, and the results could significantly influence global security. Issues such as Ukraine's defense against Russia, China's regional aggression, and the escalating violence in the Middle East need addressing urgently. Mr. Shapps calls for restraint, especially in response to attacks on commercial shipping vessels and American military personnel. He also advocates for a two-state solution in Israel and Gaza, recognizing a Palestinian state. But how feasible is this in the current climate? One thing is certain: the year 2024 is a pivotal year for global security. The West must remain committed to supporting Ukraine and maintaining global security. But it's not just about security. It's about dialogue, understanding, and working towards a peaceful resolution. In conclusion, the world stands at a crossroads. The actions of a few nations threaten to upset the balance of power, leading us potentially into a conflict that no one wants. The upcoming elections play a critical role in determining the future of global security. It's a delicate balance, and one that requires careful navigation. As we move forward, we must remember the importance of dialogue, understanding, and a commitment to peace.
Can a single individual change the face of the world? This question rings in the air as we delve into a captivating conversation between two friends, Tom and Frank. On a late evening, the phone rings. Tom picks up to find Frank on the other end, his voice filled with an infectious enthusiasm. Frank, a broadcaster, had recently aired an informative segment that Tom had partially listened to. However, Frank's call wasn't about the broadcast, but about an upcoming exclusive interview he had secured. Now, imagine this. You're in the shoes of Frank, about to interview a prominent figure of the political landscape. Yes, none other than Geert Wilders, a member of the Dutch Parliament. A thrill races through you as you share this news with Tom, who is understandably surprised, given the heavy security that usually surrounds Wilders. But here's the twist. Wilders, in a bold move, plans to embark on a promotional tour around the Netherlands, sans security. The purpose? To engage in open dialogues at local mosques, churches, and community centers, in an attempt to alleviate public fear. A daring step indeed, considering the tense atmosphere that often surrounds political figures. Wilders believes in the freedom to express one's opinion without fear of elimination. He envisions a country where politicians commute to work just like any other citizen, without the need for expensive security. He wants to demonstrate that danger can lurk around any corner, but it shouldn't stop people from living their lives or voicing their opinions. This daring plan, Frank shares with Tom, is set to commence on the 5th of May, with the first interview taking place in the studio. In summary, the conversation between Tom and Frank highlights the power of a single individual to bring about change, whether it's Wilders with his bold approach to politics, or Frank with his dedication to bringing important stories to light. They both show that individuals have the potential to shift paradigms. So as we ponder on the question we started with, let's remember that change often begins with a single step, a single voice, and in this case, a single phone call. The call that could potentially change the face of the world.
Have you ever found yourself in a situation where a single phone call could change the course of your day? Today, we'll delve into an interesting tale that begins with just such a moment. Picture this. It's a typical day for Tom until he receives an unexpected call. The news? He's scheduled for an appointment on the 5th of May, right here in this very studio. At that moment, his heart skips a beat. A rush of thoughts flood his mind, one of which is the chilling memory of the attack on Fort Wayne. The idea of stepping into a radio studio sends a shiver down his spine, but he plays it cool. expressing his excitement for the upcoming scoop. He ends the call, a slight headache creeping in, perhaps from the wine he had indulged in earlier that evening. Meanwhile, in the small village of Kirkdriel, Frank finds himself sipping coffee at the local shoemaker's shop. The owner, Tijdsgeest, is an old army buddy and a fellow member of the Corps Commandos. Tijdsgeest's shop is a hub of activity, offering services beyond shoe repairs like clothing alterations and sewing machine sales. The shop, much like Tijdsgeest himself, is a controlled chaos, brimming with stories waiting to be discovered amidst the clutter. One such story is about a hurried customer who walked in one day demanding a quick shoe repair. Tijdsgeest, known for his slogan, "Your shoe's ready while you wait," responds with unexpected wit. He suggests the customer bring his wife the next time, promising to show him what can be done while waiting. The man, fortunately blessed with a sense of humor, laughs heartily at the jest. He returns 2 weeks later, his sturdy wife in tow, and the joke is shared once more, filling the shop with laughter. In this tale, we encounter unexpected phone calls, daunting appointments, and the power of a good sense of humor. Life, as we see, can take unexpected turns, but it is these moments, these stories, that add color to our everyday existence, reminding us to find joy in the unexpected and to always keep a sense of humor at hand. Have you ever wondered how business can flourish despite the unexpected challenges that life throws? It's all about resilience and adaptability, something that our protagonist, Tijdsgeest, possesses in abundance. In a world where quick, witty responses are the norm, Tijdsgeest doesn't miss a beat. He's the kind of person who can take in the morning's headlines while sipping his coffee and still manage to deliver a clever rebuttal. Today, the topic of discussion is the premature departure of Peter R. de Vries from his political party. Tijdsgeest believes that de Vries, despite his initial promising start, fell short in promoting his party. In a world where news is constantly evolving, it's crucial to keep the narrative fresh and engaging. Tijdsgeest suspects that the issue of the diskettes and de Vries's career as a crime journalist might have something to do with his political downfall. In between stirring his coffee with a screwdriver and lighting up a heavy shag, Tijdsgeest expresses his admiration for a local broadcast, Focus. His compliments, rare as they are not given lightly. The discussions with German, American and English journalists, particularly the Englishman, David Vasari's piece on radicalization, struck a chord with him. David Vasari's piece, which details the sudden radicalization of well-educated individuals, resonated with Tijdsgeest. The concept of skilled psychologists, potentially trained by the CIA and other organizations, selecting their victims based on a specific profile, is a chilling thought. But as Tijdsgeest wisely remarks, truth always has a way of revealing itself, no matter how quickly a lie might spread. Just as this thoughtful discussion concludes, a familiar face enters the shop. John, a representative known for his good humor and appreciation for beauty, has arrived. His quickness in noting down the order signals to Frank that it's time to leave. As he exits, he notices a sleek black Audi Quattro parked nearby, the bass tones of the Stones song "Gimme Shelter" emanating from its tinted windows. A car with style and a great sound system, thought Frank. Truly a person with taste. In summary, the beauty of life lies in its unpredictability and the resilience of individuals like Tijdsgeest, who navigate these uncertainties with grace and wit. Whether it's discussing the downfall of a political figure, appreciating good journalism, or acknowledging the presence of a well-made car, life is always full of surprises and lessons to learn.